the United States private enterprise free state in on the check on. So, to all my the people, how y'all doing out there? So check it. We got a lot going on out here. My peeps, my peeps, my peeps. There is a lot going on right now in all the 50 states, in all these 100 states, 100 countries here in the United States. You know what I'm saying, my people? So, you know, we about to get into it. We're about to take you to this next level with the research that we have come upon. You know what I'm saying, my people? So if you are ready to take it to the next level, my people, within your paperwork, okay, within your paperwork, you know what I'm saying? So you got to give us a call, 407-300-5377. The United States Private Enterprise Free State is helping everybody now with all their paperwork. Okay? Now, we can get you where you need to be within this process. There's a lot of things that we cannot say over the air, which has to be talked over in private to get you to the next level within your process. So, everything has drastically changed right now on the internet. UCC has a whole new method of filing in New York State. So now you have to have an account to create a UCC now in New York State. You know what I'm saying, my people? So that means that now you have to reteach yourself how to use the UCC system within the new structure that is going down right now. Now, what else is there that you don't know about? Well, we do have that that OFAC OFAC, okay? We got that OFAC process. Get with us. You don't want to miss out. We're giving you all the info. $25. That's the consultation for the OFAC process. Okay? You're going to need it because I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are not even at the level of comprehension that we're at right now within the process. So y'all all got to get down and get with the way the process is supposed to be done so that you don't miss a step. So, peace to Lori Kiam. Peace to M.A. Richie D. Jesus. Peace. Now, back to the information at hand, because this is all a coded message by people. Now, you need to call 407-300-5377 if you on that process of the OFAC process, where you are trying to get your property out of jail. Let's put it that way. So, if you want to get your property released from jail, then you need to give us a call, 407 5377. Basically, this is the OFAC process. All right? So, if you understand what I am saying to you, then you must understand that you don't have a lot of time. They have already changed several ways of rebutting on the internet already. So, this OFAC process is the rebuttal. Because if you don't rebut it, you will never ever get the tax returns that you are looking to receive because they're in jail under OFAC. That's the process that you're going to have to do. Everybody has to do that process because you're not going to get certain property released. So, 407 300 5377. That is the number to call to get your process in its proper order. $25 for the consultation and all the information that you need to get your process with the OFAC done correctly. And this is all true and evidence for your rebuttal. We have to speak in code because if you don't, they will close up more portals on the internet for you. So, basically, as I said on my last live, that there is a blockage at a certain level where you may be labeled a narcotics kingpin. You may be related to being a drug dealer, a smuggler, terrorist, but you don't know because you're not at that level or step yet. We are here to let you know that you need to get with us because this is one process that you have to do and it has to be done the right way, not neutral, the right, correct, lawful way to get yourself off the list. Now, we, the people, because we, the people, own the American 100 states in this northern hemisphere of North America. We own all of this. Okay? So basically, we the people have to have certain documents because we have always been on the land. So if you have always been on the land, then you have to show your evidence because your property is not being released to you. So, my people, we the people, you must give us a call, 407 300 5377 to get this information. Now, you have other gurus out there giving you high prices for information that you need right now at this minute. We're charging $25 for the consultation. Okay? So, basically, the consultation, my people, you need it. Because in the consultation, We are giving you all the information that you need to file your paperwork and your evidence to get released from the list. What up, Tech Trick? What up? What up, my peoples? Yeah. So the problem is that people don't understand that there are other people that are at higher levels than you within the process. We are only preparing you for the next level within your process. So you can get this process right now for $25 so that when you come to the level within your own process, when you hit this level, you'll already have it. And you'll already have it prepared because you have already been preparing for this next level. So, as I said before in the last live, the missing piece is peace. The missing piece to the puzzle is peace. That is why you have to get with the United States Private Enterprise Free State and get this on the record. Straight up. Curious. Well, what you're listening to, Tech Deck, you're listening to the United States Private Enterprise Free State giving you what you need. Now, if you're curious, call up for the consultation, $25. Okay. And that's a 30-minute consultation for $25 where we're going to give you the information that you need for this step, even if you're not at the step, but just preparing you to have the information for when you reach the step, you'll already have it. That is why we're here, to move the masses in the proper direction. So, 407 300 5377. Get this information because you need it. You will come to this level within your own process because you're going to wonder why you're not getting a tax refund. And that's where this process comes in handy. 407 300 5377. So, my people, you know what I'm saying? This is, we on our land, always have been on. Okay, it's our land and we own the land. So, peace to Danny O. You gotta get with us if you want to get this process. 407 300 5377, my people. Because this is the process that you're gonna need to unlock your shit and your treasury. Straight up. Now, we wouldn't be here if we know that you would not need this. You need this. And it's very important that you get the information in this consultation. The consultation is $25, my people. That's it. $25 for the consultation. Okay? That's it. Once you get that consultation, you're going to have the information already ready for the level when you get to that level of the process. So I understand that some people may still be at the level of process, step level 1, level 2, level 3, shit like that. But you're still going to need this level. When you get to the level, you'll already have the level in your arsenal. And you'll see that you have been building up all your evidence for the level that I'm giving you right now for $25. 407 300 5377. If you're curious, give us a call. If you want to say hi and get that consultation, $25. 407 300 5377. We are giving you the process that is very essential to you getting a tax refund. Straight up. 407 300 5377. Get with us. Get with the United States Private Enterprise Free State, my people, because we will help you out with this process. It's a private consultation. Nobody else is in your consultation. It's all private. Okay? So, $25 for the consultation, $25 for a 30-minute consultation, and that will cover this level of the process that is essential for you to get your tax refund for the amounts that you are asking for. So, my people, we the people, if you're standing on your paperwork, this is the paperwork also that you need. This paperwork is going to get you the refund that you have been waiting for a long period of time. Some people have filed tax returns, and have never received the refund because they don't even know why. But we have the answer. 407 300 5377. Okay? We got the unblock. That's what you need. This is essential. This information is essential to get your refund. We got people that got sitting on refunds of millions of dollars, can't get it because of certain things that they don't have and paperwork that they don't have in place. Okay? You got to have this paperwork in place. If you don't have the paperwork in place, my people, you cannot get the tax refund. It doesn't matter if you put in A's, B's, C's, OIDs. Yes, that is part of the process. But if you don't have certain paperwork and if you haven't done certain things within the process on the internet in the four essential portals that must see you rebutting, you're not going to get the tax refund. Okay? So, 407 300 5377. Give us a call. We'll give you that consultation. It's $25. You in that consultation, you will receive all the information that you need to make sure that you get your tax refund when you reach this level of paperwork. So it's better to be prepared than to be rushing in the end, to rush yourself through this process. You cannot rush yourself through this process because paperwork is intricate. They check everything that you say in your paperwork. You could give paperwork in and say that you're a certain title. But if that title does not reflect within the system, and there is only about 4 systems that it must reflect in for you to receive the tax refund. Straight up. If you don't have these documents in the right portals on the internet, okay, you will not get your tax refund. And that's real, my people. That is real. The tax refunds will not be gotten if you don't take the proper due diligence, the proper steps, the proper in writing steps. Because if you're reading all of these CFRs of certain processes, it tells you right in the CFR what the process is. So, and it gives you all the instructions in the CFRs and in the codes and everything on how to file paperwork in writing. So, it doesn't matter if you're tuning in to me or if you're not, but sooner or later, you will have to give us a call because you're missing processes. We patch holes in all your processes. 407 300 5377. Okay? So, the bottom line is that you cannot unsee it when you have already seen it. Yo, we are on the path to the treasury. Straight up. We are on the path and we are on the road to the treasury. You want to swing my way? You want to follow away from what the great so called, you know, one leader said, I am the light, I am the way? Well, guess what? The process is a way. So, you want to follow the treasury golden brick road? Then you gotta follow the way. The light, the gold, the treasury is yours, and it's the way. It's the way that you conduct commerce is through the treasury. Your, okay, you were given certain numbers, but those numbers were tied to another foreign entity that's somewhere out there collecting your dividends. So, how do you think you could ever get what you're really owed if you're not filing your paperwork properly? And there's a lot of people that are not filing their paperwork properly. Okay? Because if they were filing paperwork properly, they would be out the system completely, like the Amish, like the other people that wear the top black hats and they wear white and black all day long. That's their uniform. Okay? So, we the people, there is a code. The code, you have the Articles of Confederation, you have the Constitution for the United States, the Constitution of the United States, you have your own Constitution, you have another document because that's the missing piece to peace. So, if you're doing your due diligence, okay, then you know that you're going to need a certain document to get you through OFAC. For real. 407 300 5377. My people, get with us. Got you. What up, Danny O? So, Most people are not listening because they're not at the level that we are on here at the United States Private Enterprise Free State. Okay, we are on a very high level. We're trying to bring all those up the levels that they need to be at. But you have to give us a call 407 300 5377. The consultation is $25 for 30 minutes. And within that 30 minutes, you should have pen and paper ready to take the notes of what we are transcribing and transferring to you so that you will have the process ready when you get ready. Okay? So, I'm pretty sure that everybody has heard about what's going on right now. So, you have to have a document that's based on your rights and everything like that. But you got to give us a call so we can tell you what the document is to get through this process. Okay? It's called the OFAC process. Now, you should already know what that means. If you're at that level, then you need this essentially right now because they are doing a lot right now. They're changing up the system. They are updating the systems with new softwares right now. They're erasing certain things right now from the internet based, they just scrubbing shit. Okay. So now if you listen to a lot of my past lives, you know that you need the research to get through OFAC process. Okay. They are looking for certain information. If you don't have that certain type of information, you will still be unable to get the type of tax refunds that you are seeking to get. Okay. So, all those that got millions of dollars still sitting up in the tax refund center that they ain't get their tax refund yet, yo, get with us 407 300 5377 and get this process 407 300 5377 and get this process. Okay, so we got about 2 more minutes and we about to get on up out of here, my people, because we done gave you enough info to know that this shit is essential for you to even move forward. How are you going to move forward if you're not even in the right status? And that's what they're looking for. Okay? They're looking to see, do you even know what status is? Do you even know how to status correct? Okay? There's levels of status correction. And there are 4 pillars of status correction. Because you got the big I, you got the big T, you got the big F, you got the big O, you got the big C. You got to go through several status correction steps and pillars to pull yourself up and out of all the contracts, okay, and applications that you have given your signature to. You've given your derivative, you have given your electronic, you have given a whole lot to a system that fed off of you and didn't give you nothing in return. So, if you have nothing in return from the system, then it's because you have not status corrected properly on all four pillars. Now, if you need to know what those four pillars are, 407 300 5377 pillars to get this status correction down pat. Okay. Now that status correction consultation is totally different from a OFAC consultation. Okay. So my people, if you don't know what the missing piece to the puzzle is, then you need to get with us and get that. You need to get that consultation, because I guarantee you, you are missing pieces within your grid of paperwork. Okay. Your paperwork is a plan. Okay. It's an entire business plan, paperwork. Okay. So, my people, get with us. 407 300 5377. We got you covered, and we are about to be out. This has been another public announcement from the United States Private Enterprise Free State. 407 300 5377. Peace to Danny O. Peace to Tech Deck. Peace to Ma Richie De Jesus. Peace to Laura. Peace to all the people in the private chat. We about to get on up out of here, my people, because you got to get the consultation to get to this next level. Go back, listen to this live.